Bless up, my people. Back at it again with another video. Thank you all for checking this one out. So we're going to be zooming in on day one of the 2-day warm-up match between West Indies and New Zealand 11. We're also going to be taking a look at that second test between India and South Africa. Yes, my people, South Africa securing another commanding victory to take the series 2-0. I tell you, we're going to walk through the scorecard. Let's give a listening ear until the end, and you can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. All right, so let us start with West Indies versus New Zealand 11. Luckily, I was able to see most of it on the West Indies YouTube channel yesterday, right? Yesterday evening leading into last night. And our top order, they spent some good time in the middle. Yes, 346 for 5 at the end of the day's play by the West Indies batters. 346 for 5. I mean, you know, some quality time out there in the middle. We saw Tej Narayan, Shandapal, Brandon King, you know, and John Campbell. All of these guys getting some time in the middle, which is good, which is definitely good. One thing I will say, though, we cannot really read into it too much to say this is how they will play the actual test, or this is how they will play against the New Zealand players, because no one from the New Zealand test squad is taking part in this warm-up game, you know, so we cannot read too much into it. But the greatest thing is that they spent some quality time in the middle. You know, I was looking at it, I saw some good shot selections, I saw guys leaving the ball when it was appropriate. So at least we can say that, you know, we got that out of it. Probably at the beginning of day 2, we will just go straight to bowling. Right, 346 for 5, not bad. You know, probably can send our bowlers out there to, you know, to get some bowling in. As a matter of fact, we can even bat on another couple overs, because we don't necessarily want our bowlers to bowl for the entire day, right? Once they get in some overs under their belt, that would be good. So probably can bat for a bit more. Let me walk you through the scorecard real quick. So 346 for 5 off 96 overs. John Campbell and Tej Narayan Shandapal batting pretty well together. They actually put together 130 before the partnership was broken, right? John Campbell 68 from 98. He was removed. 9 fours and 1 6 in that knock. Tej Narayan Shandapal retired out. Faced a whole lot of deliveries, my people. 85 runs. He faced 211 balls, 5 fours and 2 6s. So a good amount of singles and twos in that knot there by Tej Narayan Shandapal, and he retired out. Brandon King came in at number 3. He also spent some good time at the wicket. He got 79 from 91, and in that he had 12 fours. We know how Brandon King goes to work. You know, there, if he's there for a bit, there's always going to be some boundaries in the mix. So 79 from 91. Kevin Hodge, he remained not out. 55 off 102 balls, 5 fours. He also left the bar pretty well. You know, I was especially paying attention to Hodge when he was batting, and you know, he looked okay. He looked okay. So 55 off 102. Alec Arthur has got 23 from 34. Tevin Imlach 25. So that is how we ended up on 346 for 5. One thing I will say, the New Zealand 11, they probably weren't bowling the most testing and challenging lines, you know, that you would expect from the actual test squad. But as I said, you know, quality time in the middle, you know, you still have to make certain decisions when you're out there. You know, it's not schoolboy they are facing, they are facing, you know, first class cricketers. So they still had to make good decisions. As I said, they left the ball well, they played some good shots, especially Tej Narayan Shandapal. He rotated the strike really well. You know, so I'm forcing Campbell to take some runs, which was definitely good. So that is how day 1 went. Let's zoom in on the India versus South Africa second test, my people. South Africa winning by 408 runs. 408 runs, right? Day 5, session 2. So they didn't even go through the entire day. All right, we're going to walk through the scorecard real quick. So 408 is what they won by. South Africa in their first innings, in case you weren't following, they scored 489. India 201. South Africa batting a second time, 260 for 5 declare, giving India a target of 549. Hey, Temba Bavuma and his boys not playing enough. India, they were bowled out for 140. Can you imagine West Indies being able to enjoy this coming from our players? I mean, we're enjoying what's happening with this game, or what happened with this game. But can you imagine if our players were the ones doing this? So in that first innings where South Africa scored 489, they were led by Motusami, who got 109. Yes, 109 off 206. We also saw Marco Jansen getting 93. So those were the main contributors with the bat there in the first innings. Bowling for India in that first innings, Kuldeep Yadav, 4 for 115. He was supported by Ravindra Jadeja, Mohamed Siraj and Jasprit Bumrah, who picked up 2 wickets apiece. Now, India in their first innings at bat, 201 all out. Jaiswal at the top getting 58. He led the way. Washington Sundar got 48. And the damage, the guys that did the damage for South Africa with the ball in the first innings, Marco Jansen, 6 for 48. Yes, 6 for 48 off 19.5 overs. He was supported by Harmer, who picked up 3 for 64. Now, South Africa batting a second time. This is where they really set the game up, my people. They went in and they scored 250 for 5 and declared. Yes, 250 for 5 declared, giving India that 549, that massive 549. In that 260 there for South Africa, we saw Tristan Stubbs getting a quick fight. Well, not even quick. He got 94 off 180, right? He had 9 fours and 1 6 in that knock. Tony DeZerzi, he scored 49 from 68. So South Africa doing pretty well there. Ravindra Jadeja picked up 4 out of the 5 wickets for India. Now, India batting a second time. They were actually bowled out for 140. Yes, 140, my people. The South Africans went to work to make sure that they couldn't save this test match. Let's take a look at this scorecard right here. Ravindra Jadeja got 54 of 87. He was the only player to get past 20. Yes, 54 from 87. No one else was able to get past 20. So shout out to South Africa there. Now, bowling for South Africa in that second innings, Marco Jansen 1 for 23. Maharaj got 2 for 37. Mothusamy got 1 for 21. But the man that did most of the damage there, Simon Harmer, 6 for 37. Yes, 6 for 37, my people, from 23 overs. Really and truly taking a liking to what's to the pitches over there in India. He was also crucial in the first test and returning in the second test to, make sure that his team got across the line. So congratulations to South Africa. Not very often a team will go to India and beat them, sweep the series. It's a 2-match series, right? Not often you'll have a team go and sweep. So shout out to South Africa. All right, my people, gonna leave this one right here for now. We have some more stuff to talk about, but we'll touch base later on to get those out the way. Big up.